Hello everybody, it's Tiffany and I'm so excited to be back with you tonight for our first Tuesday night live for the new brand, The Organized Option. Thank you so much. We've gotten so many great comments and so much excitement and people sending us emails through the website and saying they're excited to be part of the crew here again, and we are super excited to be part of the crew with you again here at The Organized Option. Okay, so there's already a bunch of people who popped on early, so thank you so much for sticking around. I know some of you had a little bit of a time thing with I'm in Mountain Time, but we're starting at 5 o'clock Pacific, so kind of messed people up. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being here with us. Okay, this is our first one, so I'm going to tell you about a little bit of weirdness that's going on that's new for me. So I'm doing this in the studio alone, but I have Katie King in my ear. So she will be reading comments and questions. So if you're in the feed, she will be watching the feed and she will be reading your questions to me so that I don't have to stare at my computer and watch the feed go. So if I'm talking about a product and you want to know something about that specific product, and you ask it at that time, she will do her best to get it to me. If you have general questions, we'll do a little bit of question and answer stuff at the end. So you can ask in the feed and she'll try to keep track. But if your question doesn't come up, it could have just gone by too quickly. So feel free to ask again. Okay, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with a couple of things. One, let's get some business out of the way. If you have not signed up for our email list, please go to the website. It's theorganizedoption.com. And just sign up to be on our email list because that is the way you're going to get the most information. And we will start sending out emails probably next week. We have a brand new email provider. We were going to do it today. It's kind of crazy. So please sign up for the email list if you want to know all the things that are going on. Also, we are on all the social media. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we're everywhere. So whatever you like to follow along with, please jump on and follow us along there as well. Of course, if you're following on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll get notifications every time we're on for a live event or we post a new video or any other kind of event. Okay, what's going on? So a lot of you know this story. But I had a lot of comments, especially today, for people saying, hey, are you going to tell us what happened with Crafters Companion and what you're doing? Crafters Companion bought the Totally Tiffany brand in 2020. And then many of you were along for that ride. But I was under a non-compete with them, so I couldn't do anything else on my own. When they went bankrupt in January of this year, that released me from my non-compete. And so that is why I was able to, or I am able to launch a new brand. It was also, Stephanie Bernard, those of you who follow Stephanie, the Stamps of Life, we're very good friends. And we had been trying to come up with something that we could do together for years, literally for years. And so this was really a natural fit, right? To go back into the business that I already know and I already love, and then partner up with Stephanie and Ken. So just really great partnership, tons of fun, lots of great products. So tonight you are going to see the first two of the first product groups. There are a total of, I have to check my list because I can't remember. There are a total of 10 new product groups. So you're going to see tonight, as we get closer and closer to launch, which has now been moved to January 15th. I was worried about shipping and getting things here in time and all the things that are going on in the world. So we pushed the date back. January 15th, 2026 is the official launch date. And that is, if everything goes well, the date that everything will go live everywhere. So whether you're coming to our website or going into your favorite store, which I would strongly encourage you to do, or shopping another favorite website, maybe you're somewhere else in the world, all of that will go live. January 15th is our target date. Now, to help you find your favorite store or know what stores or other websites are carrying our product, we are working on a pretty extensive store locator. So if you go to the website and click on store locator, it'll pop up. I think Katie's going to put a link in the feed for you. But if you go to the store locator, it'll pop up with kind of our premier stores. And these are the stores that are bringing in the most SKUs. And we will be launching, I'll just tell you this right now, with 56 items. So not everything that you know and love, but as much as we could do on a first launch. Those stores, the premier stores, have a bigger assortment. All the stores, there's a little text that talks about this, but at the very end of that text, there's a link to a store list, which puts everything just in line by state and then by city. So you can scroll that list as well. If you have a favorite store that you love and you want them to carry some of the 2 products, the organized option products, they still have time to get an order in or work with one of our distributors, Spellbinders or Ecstasy Crafts, and get an order in so that they can launch with us on January 15th. So please, if you have a small store that you love shopping with, please let them know that you're interested in buying these products there. Okay, so the first couple of weeks of products that you are going to see are going to be what I would say will be the most similar to the old TT brand. So this was our opportunity to take those products and level up with them, right? To make some little changes that we wanted in them. So this was that opportunity to do that. So let's get started with that right now. Oh, I gotta tell you something else. We're gonna give away 3 prizes tonight, 3, and you get prizes by commenting. So tell us who you are, where you are, what you're most excited about. It doesn't matter. Ask a question, get it in the feed, because Katie is taking all of those names and she will choose winners, 2 general winners and 1 special winner, which I will talk about in just a minute, from the list that's in the feed. So if you want to win the gift certificate tonight, again, it won't be good until January 15th. Make sure that you comment in the feed. All right. So should we get started? Are y'all ready to get started and see what we've got going on? Okay, I'm going to drop 2 of the curtains. So I've been waiting and waiting for this since I put these curtains up. Okay, so we have 2 fun product groups that we know that you are going to love. The first one, these are called File Masters. I'm going to get a bigger one. Hang on, let me switch over. So these are File Masters. Let me get the big one here, the big file map, the master of files. So these are very similar to what we used to call our fab files. What we've done differently is that all of them have this extra piece on the lid that folds all the way down. So previously, if you were using a file master, or a fab file, there was a little gap in the side of the lid and things could slip out. Okay. We also added to the top of all of them, they all have the handle on the top now. So they're no longer the handle on the side, they all have the handle on the top. And these are going to come in 4x6, 5x7, 6x6, 8.5 by 11, and 12 by 12, 5 different sizes, kind of all the sizes that we need for whatever we're organizing, crafting, home office, all of those things. I'm going to backpedal for a second here. One of the other things that Stephanie and I are kind of focused on with this new brand is, first of all, addressing our crafting audience, right? What you guys need, what you loved before, filling some holes in our old assortment. But also, where else can you use these products, and what other products can we develop that can help you get organized everywhere in your house? So look for a lot more information that crosses over how to use it, not just in your craft room, right? So obviously the 12 by 12 is perfect for that, but the other sizes that are going to be really good all over your house. Okay, so 12 by 12 all the way down to 4 by 6. So we've got the difference here with the handle. We've got the difference here with the lid. The other thing that's different about these than our old ones is these are all going to come with our new pockets, which is the other thing I'm going to show you right now. Our brand new tab divider pockets have gone crazy. They are now what we call flip flap tab divider pockets. I'm going to go against my overhead. So one of the things that I really that I was really excited about was being able to add what I call the flip flap to these pockets. So they all have the little notch here and the tab here at the top, so you can lock down whatever is in your pocket. So our previous pockets did not have this flap. They were just open. And again, if you were traveling with things or things fell off your desk or whatever, you could not lock them down. But with this new flip flap tab divider pocket, you can do that. The other thing about it is that you can flip the flap backward if you want to leave that pocket open, and you've still got this nice cutout at the top, which makes it really easy to put things in and out of each pocket. I know what you're thinking. Are the pockets bigger than 12 by 12 or 4 by 6 or 8.5 by 11? Absolutely. So you can see I've got this 12 by 12 piece of paper in here, and I've got a 1/2 inch of extra space down the side and along the top. That theory or that idea, which was a core piece of information from the Totally Tiffany brand, has carried forward into the organized options. So everything is going to be a little bit bigger than what you need it to be to store that item. So the 12 by 12 pocket is called 12 by 12, but it's 12.5 by 12.5. You'll find that across the line, just like what we used to do with the Totally Tiffany brand. So it's going to be equally easy to load, unload, do all that kind of stuff. The other option with these pockets with the flip flop is that you can, because of the way the tab flips, when you flip it down, the tab pops up. You can even tuck that flap inside the pocket so that you've got it there out of the way, but you're still going to have your tab up top there. They are going to come again in all the basic sizes. So 8.5 by 11, A4, big enough, tall enough for A4, wide enough for 8.5 by 11, just like our other products. You can see got a bigger sheet of paper in there and still that little gap there with the purple paper. They also are going to come in packs of 10 instead of packs of 5. So you're going to get 5 pockets in your file masters. But when you buy the pockets alone, they're going to be in sets of 10, right? This was one of our most popular items, the flip flap pocket or the tab divider pockets, one of our most popular items. And that was one of the things people brought up to us over and over again. Can I get a bigger set? Can I get a bigger set? So it's 5 pockets. Let me pull this up right here. It's 5 tab locations, and you are getting, with this new product, 2 sets. So 2 of tab number 1, 2 of tab number 2, and then of course all the way down. And then you're also getting the little label stickers in there with the pockets. So instead of just getting 5, you are getting 2 sets of 5 whenever you buy the flip flap tab divider pockets. So you're getting a total of 10. Again, unique to the file masters over the fab files. We never included pockets with the fab files, but the file masters are all going to come with 5 tab divider pockets in each box. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's look at a few more sizes here. So this is the 9 by 6 pocket, and I have it loaded with obviously rickrack. So if you're looking for a great way to store sewing notions and that type of thing, pockets are going to work great for that as well. Of course, the 6 by 6 pocket is perfect, right? You're going to store your paper and your scraps together in the 6 by 6 fab file. That's a great way to go. 5 by 7, our most popular size ever. And then of course, 4 by 6. So perfect for so many things, not just crafting, but they're really going to help you get your craft room organized as well. So our first launch is going to be that. Our first sneak peek are those items. So we've got the file masters, 4 by 6 up to 12 by 12. And we've got the flip flap tab divider pockets, which go 4 by 6 up to 12 by 12. But there's a little stop there for 9 by 6. So that gives you a clue to something else that might be coming soon, because we don't have a 9 by 6 file master. So, which reminds me, I need to do something else right now. Okay, so we put this little teaser out, and so everybody that's watching tonight and makes a comment can get in to win one of 2 gift certificates. but there is something that we used to do with TT, and well, I'm not going to say that. Okay, we used to do it with TT, and I loved it, and it was so much fun, and we're going to do it again, and it is called, now get your comment, get in your comment feed, get ready to go here, because if you know what this means, I'm going to give you just a couple of seconds to put a comment in about what this means. We are choosing a third winner tonight, and it will be one of the people who knows what this means. You have to get all the words right in the right order in order to qualify for that prize. So are you ready? So do you remember this, right? Wibby Cibby, we called it. What does it mean? If you know, put it in the comments, and you could be a winner just based on being around for a while and knowing what things are. So if you got it, but you have to get it all right. I love it. I see so many things popping up on the screen. Look, Katie's giggling, right? She's giggling in my ear. She's like, look at all these people I know. This was one of the most fun things I ever did, was these Wibby City events. And you're going to know here in a minute what it means if you don't. Every sneak peek between now and launch day is going to be a Wibby City event. All right. Okay, I'm going to give you like one more second if you know what it means to get it in that feed so Katie can see it, pick you as one of the winners. No. All right, what is Wibby City? You know, win it before you can buy it, right? And this has always been one of our most fun things to do. And the person who won it, we would ship it out to them the minute it arrived at the warehouse, so ahead of everybody who ordered it online. So we will be every event for the next 6 weeks of Tuesdays will be a Wibby City event. You will be winning. We're not going to limit you to what we're showing that night. We're just going to give you a gift certificate, but it is still a win it before you can buy it, because you get to choose what you're going to get when you're ready to buy it. All right. What else do I need to tell you? I need to tell you that on the last Tuesday before launch date, which I think is like around the 13th or something of January, we will release so back up. The retailers that are bringing this product in will start putting it up on their website, like starting tonight or tomorrow. You won't be able to buy it from them. They'll just have it as coming soon, so you can get all the details and everything that you want. It'll go live for the details and everything on our website tonight too, but you can just look at it and figure out what you need and all the measurements and stuff. So things will go live so you can start kind of planning, right? So I know you're all busy with Christmas, but hopefully in January you're going to be ready to jump in and get all your prep and organized. I would love to say you could buy gift certificates. You can buy gift certificates from anybody else, though, that's going to carry it. You know all the store locators. So if you want organization for Christmas, make sure you ask for gift certificates from one of the stores or the online stores that's on our shopping list. And then you can get it for Christmas, after Christmas. Okay, I got distracted there for a minute. Okay, so each week we're going to release a new product. And then that last week we'll release the last product group. And you're going to love that. You don't even know. I'm excited about everything. I mean, I'm excited to be able to bring back products to you guys that are similar to what we had before and that do that job. Oh, which I need to talk one more thing about these. I'm excited about that, but it's been really fun to design some totally new stuff, and you'll see that closer to launch, right? So you're going to see familiar stuff, and then as we get closer to launch, it's going to be the brand new stuff. So you don't want to miss out on that. But now I'm going back. I'm like spider webbing around here. The last Tuesday Night Live before launch, I will have a shopping list for all of you. I know you love that when we used to do it with TT. So on that last Tuesday, there'll be a printable shopping list, or you can download it onto your computer desktop if you're not a pen and paper kind of person. But you'll be able to download it and then kind of check off the things that you want. It'll give you an opportunity then to know what all the things are. And that last Tuesday Night Live, you'll have that list in front of you. And if you have questions or you need measurements or you have a particular product that you're trying to store, I'll be able to help you with that. And then when you're ready, when everything's ready to go live, you can get all the things that you need. All right, so one other difference about the fab files, the file masters over fab files, is that they are all the same width now. So the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 by 11 both used to be narrower than the smaller ones, but they are all the same width now. So they're also a little bit bigger, the 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. Okay, I think that's it. Unless you have questions, Katie will feed them to me, or Katie will tell us. I will announce the winners. Are you ready, Katie? Okay, Katie's got some questions. So all of the boxes, with the exception of the smaller boxes are all the same size. The bigger boxes, and that is 3 1/4 inches wide. So depending on whether it's paper or it's cardstock, or if you're using other things with, if you're using pockets or some other things that we have coming along, you can just see, right? So this is just a pretty big cardstock paper pad. It takes up less than a third of, I always forget, you guys get the good view. It takes up probably less than a third of this box. So you're going to get 3 1/2 inches worth of paper or photos or anything else that you are wanting to store in these boxes. They're all 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to just say 3 1/2, 3 1/4 inches wide. So again, if it's super thick cardstock, you're going to get, you used to only get 300 sheets, but now you're going to get closer to 500 sheets because it is so much wider. So they are going to hold more than the previous ones, but it depends on how thick the paper is and how many pockets you're using. Yes, they will. Both the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 by 11, which is actually 12 inches tall, will fit in the calyx. So as you can see, the 8.5 by 11 is shorter, right? But it's also very tall. They will both fit in the calyx. Of course, it all fits in my stuff. All right. Anything else? They're all 3 1/4 inches wide. And Katie's reading her list. Once things go live on our website, which I don't know that they'll actually get turned on tonight, but they will have all the dimensions. So one of the other cool, fun things about this, and it was something that Stephanie was kind of behind the motivation for, is that every product on our website has a picture. It's in the text what size they are, but every product has a picture with 3 arrows, right? Up and down, front to back, and width. So it's really easy to look at the products in those pictures and know exactly how big they are and where the dimensions go. Sometimes it'll just say the dimensions and you're not sure, is that the depth or the width or the height, right? It's not clear, but there is literally a photo of every product. There will be, let's say, go on with arrows saying this is the height, this is the width, this is the depth. So we're really trying to make it easy for you guys to choose the right things the first time for the products you're trying to store. All right. Anything else, Katie? Will products be available internationally? Yes, but not from us. We have a new warehousing system. Eventually, we may ship internationally, but we have some great partners, scrapbook.com. We have great partners in Canada. So if you're Canadian, there are lots of stores and websites in Canada that have picked up the line. Again, I'd refer you to the store locator for what's near you. Scrapbook.com, Spellbinders, they really have that international shipping dialed in. So they will have the full line, both of those places, and they will be able to, you'll be able to order from them and get things shipped anywhere in the world. Will they stand, file masters, will they stand on their sides with the opening space? I think this is what they're asking. So yes, which is one of the reasons we went wider with these two in particular. So, sorry, I forget that you guys can't hear Katie. I can only hear her, but the question was, will they stand on their sides? That's one of the reasons we went wider with the 8.5 by 11 and the 12 by 12, because the old ones were too narrow and they had a hard time standing on their own or laying sideways. So one of the other questions that I got, I forgot about today, was, will the new 12 by 12 also hold vinyl rolls? And yes, it will hold vinyl rolls as well. It's good enough for that. So if you're looking for Cricut supply storage, this one might also hold vinyl rolls. Let's take a little peek, shall we? Over here. They'll go also. Yep, they go right up next to the top, but this will also hold vinyl rolls as well. And I'm going to think you could probably get, in this one you can probably get 8, and this one you can probably get 12, I bet. So we'll get updates on that. All right. Next question, Katie. How many sheets of cardstock will fit in the pockets? Again, it just depends on how thick the cardstock is. So I'm going to, let's see, I have some cardstock right here. And this is not super thick, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not super thick, but it is thicker than paper. So let's see what happens when we put 10 sheets in there. I actually haven't tried this yet. So we'll see. I'm going to guess 10 or 15. Oh, easy, 10. And another 5. And then, of course, paper is about half as thick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 15 right here. Half as thick, so you probably get twice as much if you're just talking about paper. And again, if you're storing specialty papers, things with glitter, I love, those who've been around for a while. 15 sheets of cardstock, pretty easy. This is the 8.5 by 11, but they're all the same. They'll have the same space in them. But if you're storing things like vellum or some sort of specialty paper, glitter paper, things that glitter kind of sheds and makes a mess, these pockets are really, really great for that. Of course, if you're scrapbooking, the 4x6 or 5x7, so dies and stamps are going to fit in anything, right? Bigger die and stamp sets in the 9x6, kind of standard size in the 4x6 or 5x7. But the 4x6 pockets are also a great way, 5x7, depending on the size photos you're using, to sort and organize things for scrapbook, right? Like per layout page, or maybe you're using this as the tab for organizing, this date or this event, and then all the pictures are behind it, and the memorabilia is in the pocket, concert tickets or that type of thing. So they're going to be great for that. I'm really, really excited about the flaps on them. You don't even know, because especially if you're storing little things in there that previously, if you knock the pocket on the floor or whatever, they might come spilling out. Well, even like this is dies on a magnet, but if you just had loose dies in there before, that was not a good idea. But now you can just put loose dies in there because they're not going to come out. I mean, I guess if they're tiny, they might get out up here, but for the most part, they're going to be pretty safe in there. So that's good. All right, so 15 sheets of cardstock, probably 30 sheets of paper. All right, Katie, next question. Will I be having my own Facebook group or hosting a Get Organized challenge? Not sure yet, and I will just be 100% honest with you. When I was doing the Get Organized challenge, I had about 300 product SKUs, and I could literally organize almost everything in your craft room and do it well. And at launch, we just don't have enough SKUs for me to kind of work through that. So I think we'll probably be doing more kind of snippets of things, like we're going to do a paper organizing, live event, or we're going to do, some other washi tape or embellishments or something like that. I will tell you that I'm working on a new embellishment organizer system. I don't think that'll be out until probably late next year, as long as I'm really like great ideas in my head and on paper, and then sort of birthing them in the real world. As long as the factories can make what I think they can make and do it in a reasonable and affordable way, we'll see some kind of embellishment organizer, which kind of is the biggest sticking point at this point. But we will definitely have live events where we talk about organizing specific things, and hopefully we will have also some downloadables or handouts or that type of thing, so that even after the live, you have something to follow along with and help get yourself organized. And not just for your craft room. Like, we are hoping to take our products into your closet and into your kitchen and everywhere else and do the same things there, where we provide, here's a class, here's a handout, here's what we did, here's how you move through the steps to get your space organized. A little different, but similar. Will Stephanie, the Stamps of Life, be carrying the product line, the organized option product line? Yes and no. She. This is a hard question. She certainly can, but I think some of our products are more appropriate for stamping and some are less. So while you may be able to buy the entire line at thestampsoflife.com, Stephanie hasn't actually said to me, yeah, we're going to put the whole line on thestampsoflife.com. So I guess that's more of a Stephanie question. She may, but I suspect. I'm just noticing. Can you guys hear me? Because I'm just noticing my mic fell off. How is the sound, Katie? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, welcome to the first live. We don't quite have our act together, but I'll put that back up here. All right, what do you got next? Yes, you will be able to order from theorganizedoption.com, and we will go live at the same time as everyone else does. Will we have a reward program? I think we will. I don't know what it is yet. Actually, that's something Stephanie has been working on, but I think there will be some sort of reward program. Yeah, so I think so. I mean, I think it's pretty common, but yes. First, I think one of the product lines that we are releasing, it'll be in week number December 23rd, really has a lot of application in the bathroom and in the kitchen, as well as the craft room or your office. So that will be the first one. We are, as always, focused on function over form and how it is really going to work in your space. And one of the other things, so I think that'll be it. December 23rd, you'll see the first kind of, really different thing. And that's more home organization available. And now I was all excited about something, and then I lost track of what I was going to say. That, I don't know, it'll pop back into my head and I'll figure it out. Well, we have a YouTube channel. Yes, we do. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, we are also broadcasting live on YouTube. So again, if you go to our website, all of the links, we have Pinterest. Thank you, Katie King, who put all this together. Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. What am I missing? But they're all there. And you can just click on any one of those links or all of them and hop on and follow us, whatever social media or all the social media, whatever it is that you, Instagram, I think, that you like, you can follow along on all one or
None, but we'll be sad if you don't follow us somewhere. Make sure you sign up for the email list too. All right, what else you got, girl? Yes, but it's blue now. So some of you remember that my old studio, my old logo originally was this bright blue color, and Tiffany's, the jewelry store, sent me a letter saying, hey, you can't do that. That's our color. You're using the name Tiffany. You're not supposed to do that. Let me just say, they were very, very nice. Very nice. It was the nicest attorney letter you could ever imagine getting. And I sort of suspect, actually, just based on the tone of the letter, that somebody's wife or some executive, maybe not a wife, but some executive who was a totally Tiffany fan, said, you guys need to be nicer. She's just this little crafting business. She's not competing with us for jewelry. Let her keep using the name. So they could have, Tiffany's, the jewelry store, could have told me, no, I can't use the name. But what they said was, we will allow you to keep using your name, but can you please get rid of the blue color because it's so close to ours and blah, blah, blah. And of course I said yes, because I'm not going to do battle with Tiffany's, but it was hands down the nicest business legal letter I've ever seen or read. So anyway, now that we're not using the name Tiffany, I get to go back to blue. So the studio walls are all blue now. My desktop is blue, and I love the pink, don't get me wrong, but so we got the 2 blue studio now. So yes, I am here. I am in the crafty casita still, just looks a little different. All right, anything else, Katie? How was the boat trip? It was good. So lots of you know Park. Most of you know Petey, the dachshund. What happened with the boat trip? So it was very fun. We did it for about 6 months. Park did not like, and that is an understatement, he did not like the boat that we bought. He did not like it. He had a vision of doing this trip like a camper on the water. And I had a vision of being in a nice boat, which most of you saw, with lots of space and rooms and a kitchen and all those kind of things. And so he didn't enjoy it all. He didn't enjoy the big boat. So we sold the big boat, and he bought a little boat, which is what he wanted to start with. And it is, trust me, it is a camper on the water. It is a 22 or 23 foot Sea Dory. It's a great little boat. And he is going to go back and finish the trip on the small boat. And then I will do what I have always done. Again, if you've been around for a while, you know this. He goes somewhere really cool, and then I will fly in and spend some time with him there. And then he will get in his little camper on the water and move along, and I will come home. And that's kind of two-pronged. Part of it is that I'm great with being in a camper on the water for a few days, but not for a few months, number one. And number two, I took the opportunity to launch this business, which means I cannot be out roaming around 24/7 in the camper on the water. But if you followed Park before, he will be posting, I think his Instagram is Park Kitchings Photography, or maybe Facebook, one of those two. He will probably start posting pictures. He is in Death Valley. He left yesterday and went to Death Valley with the dog. So if you follow Park and Petey, he's back out in the wild now. So yeah, that's the story with the boat. We just have different visions, but it was fun. We had a great time. When we were doing it. But yeah, he was looking for something a little more rustic, and I was not. So, all right, what else you got, girl? Oh, what can you do, Katie's? Someone asked, what can you do to help me spread the message about the new line? Just tell your friends. I mean, please share on your social media, share links to our new website. Let people know that this is us again. It's not just me, but it's myself and Stephanie. So 2 brands that you know and trust. And I know that they're, there was a lot of things that happened with Crafter's Companion that, from a customer perspective, were very frustrating. And we promise you, if there's one thing I can promise you, is that you will have the same customer care experience with the organized option that you had with Totally Tiffany prior to Crafter's Companion. We listen to our customers. We will put reviews on the website. So the most valuable information that I get from you are the things that you say about products or ask about products. And reviews are key, and we know people love them. So know that you are going to get this same great customer care experience, that we're going to stand behind our products, that we are going to actually communicate with you about things, and we're going to listen to what you need and what you want. And that is one of the great things, again, about a live like this. I mean, probably not so much this one, but once we get the brand moving, is that you can chime in on a live or post on a Facebook page and say, hey, I'd really like something that held this, or I'm really struggling with this. How can you help me with this? Or do you have a product that would work for that? Because we do pay attention to all those things, and they all get read and listened to, and as much as possible responded to. So so we're super excited. Just tell your friends. It's going to be the old, like Totally Tiffany, quality of product, quality of service. Join us for the lives, see the sneak peeks, learn some things. We really try to be a teaching company. You can expect that same thing. But sorry, that got a little bit long. Share with your friends. Share links. Send them to the website. Have them sign up for the email list so they can learn from themselves what great products we have. And we're going to have some really, I'm not going to say any names right now, but I'm going to tell a quick story. I am not the best at responding in my personal social media, right? I use my personal social media more to check in on other people than I actually pay attention to it for myself. And so about 6 weeks ago, I was in my personal Instagram, which apparently I haven't been in since June. And there was a message from a good friend of mine named Liberty. And she said, have you seen this video? It looks like an advertisement for Totally Tiffany. And I watched the video. And it was this great gal and her mom in her mother's craft room. And there were just a ton of Totally Tiffany products in there. And she was adorable, and her relationship with her mom is adorable. And so she is going to join our team to be out there talking about product and sharing information. And I think, especially when we talk about sharing with other people, we're going to try and bring in more, like, she's significantly younger. She's got her first house. She has different challenges for organization. And so when I say share with your friends, not just our crafting friends that are, are older, but younger people struggle with organization as well. But this little gal, I'll talk to her. I don't see why she wouldn't want me to share her name, but you're going to see some really fun stuff from her. And she is adorable. You're going to love her. So make a little note. This is so I can say who she is next time, and you can follow her as well. All right. Anything else, Katie? Last question. Are all of the Tuesday lives going to be at night? Yes, they will be. For now, I shouldn't say. I mean, all is a big word. But right now, the plan is to do them at night so that we can kind of cover all zones of the U.S. But if you can't watch at night, I know I got a message from somebody today saying, oh, I work at night, I won't be able to see that. They all will be recorded, and they will be on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook channel. And we are going to do some partnerships with other, like I think Spellbinders, maybe scrapbook.com. So they'll be on their channels as well. They will share our events as well. So yeah, they'll be everywhere. You'll be able to see us everywhere, even if you can't join us for live. All right, are we ready for winners, Katie? Okay, tell me who you got. Okay, who else? Okay. Who was the Wibby Sibby winner? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to announce the winners, but here's what I need you to know. If you won, we are going to give you a gift certificate to our website. So we will get that gift certificate code to you before launch. But what you need to do is you need to reach out to, and maybe Katie will put this in the feed so it's very clear. If you are a winner, you need to reach out to marketing@theorganizedoption.com. That's marketing@theorganizedoption.com. Okay, so our first week's winners are on Facebook, Sandy Grant. Congratulations, Sandy. On YouTube, Rosemary Walker. And our bonus winner this week for knowing that Wibby Sibby means win it before you can buy it is Cindy Nelson. So Sandy Grant on Facebook, Rosemary Walker on YouTube, and Cindy Nelson on YouTube. Please email marketing@theorganizedoption.com and let us know all your contact information, and then we will get a gift certificate out to you before the website goes live. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad to be back. You don't even know how excited I am for all of this to be happening. We're really looking forward to a great launch. Again, please sign up for the email list. That's the biggest communication vehicle we have about things going on. Tell your favorite local store, if they're not planning to bring in the Organized Option products, that you would love to see those products there. We work direct and with distributors, which means they don't have to bring in everything and they don't have to bring in lots of any one SKU. So there's a lot of flexibility there. So, all right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. It's been awesome. I will see you for Tuesday Night Live next week, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, and all the times in between. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.